Bonjour.
Bonjour, and welcome to Fiction After Lunch. I'm Sam.
I'm Mindy.
And today we are reading another story written by... It starts off great, doesn't it?
It really starts great. It's a little bit weird because we read your last short story
Yeah.
like 5 minutes ago, but in German. And before that we did read it in English, and now we need to switch to English again.
Yeah.
Which is like...
Switching back and forth is...
My language brain is a little bit like, what is happening? Why are you switching so often?
It's a bit difficult, but...
But we manage.
Yeah, we can speak 2 languages at least.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like some people need to switch like more often and without so many mistakes or anything.
Some people only know one language.
Yeah. And okay, Sam, what are we doing today? Or in this episode?
We are reading another short story written by Small Sam.
By Mini Sam. How old were you when you wrote this one? The last one you with the title Spring was when you were 12
Both should be 12, but this should be earlier than the one we read first.
So early 12s.
Yeah, early 12s. The other one is late 12s.
Late 12s, yes. And I have no idea what it will be about. I don't see also, how's it called? I don't see the title of it.
I don't have a title.
Oh, it doesn't have a title?
Yeah, I just say finally vacation or something.
Finally vacation.
Because it's the first sentence of the story. Call it vacation or something.
You also told me that this story is not as escalating as the other story.
No, it's not. It's a calmer story. It has some nice descriptions, at least in German. I put it through Google Translate and I didn't proofread it, so maybe we will see some funny things. But I have the original right with me.
Yes.
And
also, which we will maybe also tell in the beginning, is that we will put the German episode, we will also record like the original. We will put it on our Patreon site, so please go to our Patreon.
Calm down with the advertisement.
Calm down with the advertisement. The whole episode, 30 minutes advertisement, 5 minutes reading.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's go into the chapter.
First of all,
this is a short story.
We already decided in the last episode we didn't eat lunch together, but we will eat dinner together and we'll have some...
chickpea curry.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Curry.
Yes, I'll take a picture.
Yeah, and I'm really curious how it will turn out because I never made a chickpea curry before. And okay, one thing I need to mention, actually I have a really low iron level. Iron?
Yes, iron level.
Because my doctor sent me a letter telling me, we how's it called? We took your blood the one day.
It's very important that the listener knows that Mindy has low iron level.
Yeah, and I don't know. No, actually, because today...
Yeah.
After I played a lot of Genshin Impact, by the way, I made myself a list of foods that has like a lot of iron, and actually chickpeas have a goddamn fucking amount of iron.
Calm down with the swearing.
Beep. I will put a sound under it.
Yes.
And yeah, for the people who have low iron, eat a lot of chickpeas, and maybe we will put this recipe somewhere, and then you can look it up and try it yourself.
Yeah.
So that you're not so tired as I'm all the day.
I have very high iron and I'm still tired, so calm down.
No, I kind of hope that it works for me.
Okay.
Okay, then I think it's you reading, or
you can say the first thing.
So I will read what it's in. What's in the book? No, not book.
Yes.
Finally, holidays.
Helena murmured as she boarded the bus that was supposed to take her to the airport.
First sentence, that was supposed to take her to the airport?
Yes.
Maybe in future it is not supposed?
What?
Or maybe it will go somewhere else.
What? Ah, you are,
Because the sentence starts with, yeah, she boarded a bus that was supposed to take her to the airport, but it was only supposed to, but maybe it will take her somewhere else.
Yeah, it's the translation in German. It's, der sie zum Flughafen bringen sollte.
Yeah, okay. I'm already overanalyzing.
Yeah, it's the first sentence. She studied in Transylvania and has now had 3 months of summer vacation.
Oh, 3 months of summer vacation.
Because I remember my teacher saying that students at university have like 3 months of vacation.
Oh my god, is it...
We don't.
Yeah. No, we don't have
no.
it. Is, where was Transylvania? Is it in no. Is it America or no?
What?
No, where
You're
is
thinking
it?
of Pennsylvania.
It has a similar sound to it. But where, okay, where is...
Take a huge guess. Where am I from?
Romania! Okay.
Also beep that one, please.
Now I will like stay it there because you told me not to do it and now you're like, oh, Mindy, what are you doing? So, okay, so this is a town there or like a place, something? Because I don't know so much about the country, Romania. I only know the main country. No.
What?
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 The main
No,
city.
it's not a city, it's an area.
Ah, a region.
Yeah, a region.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it very hot in Romania in summer?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe that's the reason why they have like 3 months off during the summer, because it's too hot to study, or what is the reason that you have like 3 months off?
I said I had 3 months because one of my teachers lied to me and said students at university have 3 months of summer vacation.
He lied to you,
Yeah.
so it's not a thing there.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Because I know that, for example, in America, therefore I was thinking of America first,
Yeah.
that they don't have like a summer semester.
Oh.
They have actually a winter semester
Yeah.
and spring and autumn and everything, but they don't have a summer semester because in some places it's way too hot. So therefore, people from our university cannot do the summer semester there because they have like completely different semester times.
Yeah.
So this is quite interesting, and therefore I was like, oh, they have actually months of summer vacation.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I can show you afterwards.
Yeah, there's no blood and you're already bored, aren't you?
No! I like summer vacation.
The bus started moving and drove on a small country road through the forest. A beautiful landscape surrounded it. On one side of the road there were large meadows where cows and horses grazed, and on the other side there was a dark forest.
I already like that there's like a dark forest.
She was happy to finally leave this area.
Maybe the other story take place in dark forest. Like these are 2 stories combined, like just different places.
Okay. The girl knew all the time that she was not allowed to tell anyone where she came from, because everyone knew the stories that were told about this area. By day, the area was so peaceful, but at night no one dared to go outside the door, and certainly not in the forest where the beings who spread this terror lived.
What? You said this was a like innocent story, and actually I was just like making a little bit fun of, and because we normally read like dark stories and everything, I was like, oh yeah, maybe the dark forest. There's like people killing each other and everything, and then you're like, oh yeah, there's like a terror coming from the forest in your story itself, and like,
Yeah, but
this is a peaceful story. This is an innocent story.
it's quite peaceful.
So you mean riding in the bus somewhere else is peaceful?
Yes, like... I don't know what to say. When I was reading this, I had the impression that it was quite peaceful, because it's on my little diddle paper and it has like horses on it. And it
Horsey.
Yes.
Oh.
Horsey.
Yeah, I see them. You will see them on our Instagram account. And yeah, So this is your definition of innocence. And
Yeah, it's
I can get where you got the
it's
impression
way
from.
less dark than the other one. It doesn't have
After
Yeah.
5 sentences, it doesn't escalate.
it doesn't
No.
escalate so quickly.
Yes. Okay, now I'm really curious how it will. What will happen?
Helena knew all the stories they were telling. She knew which of those legends were true and which were not. In addition to her, there were 5 other guests, not counting the driver in the vehicle. Everyone was reflected in the dirty windows. Everyone except Helena.
Oh! Okay, I just wanted to ask why she knows about the legends. Okay. You can continue, so...
She had been a vampire for 10 years.
What? No time.
No time, which I think it was supposed to say, which wasn't long. Yeah, not a long time, it should have said.
Okay, so she is old enough to go by bus to an airport and everything. And she had been a vampire for 10 years. So that means before she was a normal human being.
Yes.
Okay, and because she's a vampire, she can live. I think vampires they live for eternity, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you can only kill them with
Stakes.
stakes.
Wooden stakes, you can kill them with wooden stakes. You can kill them with crosses and garlic and...
Actually, I had an image in my head because I was thinking about a steak.
And no.
I was like...
Wooden
I didn't-
steaks.
Yeah, I didn't use the English word for it. I was like, do you just throw a piece of steak, medium rare, at a vampire and then it disappears? Pulverizes?
No.
Actually, I think this is more interesting. Or you just throw... Instead of garlic, just throw steak covered in garlic at a vampire.
I mean...
Sam is already like, what are you doing with
I'm
my
so
story?
annoyed right now.
Sam will just turn off my computer at some point, just okay, I'm going. But yeah, so she's a vampire.
Yeah.
And okay, they don't have a reflection.
Yeah. Not a long time, but what role does that play? During the long drive, Helena thought about her life and, of course, about what came after. Because she's dead. She's undead. Because she's a vampire.
So, about what came after. So she's thinking about her future?
What
she would do as
happened
a
in the
vampire,
10 years of her being a vampire? Yeah.
But the last sentence ends, of course, about what came after. So she thought about the time when she turned into a vampire and all of this 10 years. So.
Yeah, since before her life and what came after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I got it.
Okay.
I think so. And also what I think is that she lives in the forest or because she says that she knows about all of the legends that were told about the forest, and somehow there seems to be a terror going on coming from the forest, so no one dares to go inside during night. And there were some legends about the forest, so there seems like legends normally they have some kind of connection also to the real world at some point. And so there might be something happening and the people are exaggerating and everything and telling these legends, but I am assuming vampires live there and maybe she lives also there.
But most importantly, she went to school, to a university.
Oh damn, okay. What about her parents then?
She recalled that just a few weeks ago she had bought a locket from an old witch that could stop her from biting people.
Okay.
Anhänger, ne?
Yeah, but okay, so she's biting people and no one is realizing, so maybe she's really sometimes going into the forest and then people come and then she bites them, or is she in university and just bites a person in the finger or something? Is this a new fetish I don't know about?
It's quite a popular fetish, to be honest.
Yeah, because I think, wasn't it during the Twilight era or something? Was Twilight already like a thing during this time when you wrote this?
I'm not sure. Wait, it should be. It should have been but I never read Twilight. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I watched actually. Was it? Yeah, it was a movie, right? No, there was also a series about.
I
vampires.
remember Twilight was also already a thing because one of my friends in 5th grade did a book presentation on the Twilight books. I didn't read them. I never did. I never watched the movies, but I do enjoy other vampire media.
Why did you not like Twilight? Because it has this like romantic, exaggerated
Yes,
part.
I hate this toxic relationship.
Yeah, which I also figured out after I heard the first scenes of 50 Shades of Grey.
Did you realize?
Which still traumatized me. Oh my god, but I don't want to go deeper into it.
No, we are not going to.
Yeah, but okay, I watched actually, I think the first 2 movies, I don't know anymore. I think there were several movies of Twilight.
Yes.
And I think I watched the first 2 because everyone was kind of obsessed with it and everyone watched it in my class. And so it was like, okay, I will just watch it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I was just making fun of it. Like the vampire was just like, how's it called, glittering in the light and everything, and it felt like so weird, and I don't know. And the main character girl was just so submissive all the time. I was like, oh my god, what is happening? I don't know. It was a thing that you don't like, but you cannot watch, like, how's it called? That you don't like, but you cannot watch away. Like, how's it called? Look away.
It's like a car crash. You just have to look.
Yeah, you just have to look. Like, when you see this vampire glittering in the sunlight, you're like, oh, okay. Interesting concept what you have here. But apart from this, I don't remember anything from the movie. I just remember, the glittering scene and some romantic stuff and blood.
Yeah.
It's like everything. But yeah, okay, so do you think because your friends or something watched Twilight or anything, or because people were talking about vampires, did it like influence that you wrote a story about a vampire?
I think mostly I was influenced by going to Transylvania and visiting Dracula's Schloss.
Ah, so you went there.
I went there with my cousin and our parents. Yeah.
So you went there before
I wrote this, yes, because I remember very vividly we were driving through a forest and we were driving through the mountains of the Carpathen, and we saw cows, and
so it's mainly
we had a picnic over there, yes.
Oh, that's really cute. So this scenery is actually something that you also like experience yourself, and then you made up the story of the vampire girl.
Around it, yeah.
Around it. That's really cool. How was the cast? Was it what you expected? Like, did you think, Dracula could live here, or was it more like touristic attraction thing?
It was a touristic attraction thing, and the tour guide also told us that Graf Dracula, which was actually called Vlad the Impaler, and he only lived in this specific castle for only one night, and then he kept pillaging.
Traveling, or I don't really know actually about the real Dracula story. Like,
okay, yeah.
So I'm a little bit curious about what they told you about it and what you learned in the castle.
Well,
like, what is the real
legend has it that he drained the blood from people, right?
But who was this guy actually? Who lived?
He was that kind of guy that was very strict about his politics and stuff.
Okay. Was he some kind of lord over like a part of the city or something, or was he just like a witch man or anything? Because I don't know anything about it.
No. He was some sort of political figure.
So he had some kind of power, you could say.
Yes, he had some kind of power, and the thing was that he was very cruel, and
so he misused his power, you could say, or what do you mean with cruel?
Would you let me finish my sentence?
Sorry, I will not say anything.
He was called the Impaler because he was impaling people. He had those
impaling.
wooden sticks you would put in the ground,
and
then you
people...
would have people sit on it, and it is a very painful and slow death.
Yes.
And I really liked the story when I wrote when I wrote my story.
Okay.
And that's most of what I remember.
Okay, and so the people kind of also made up these legends because he already was so cruel or something, then they could also think like, oh yeah, maybe he drinks the blood of people and maybe it's a vampire or something, because they couldn't believe maybe what they saw.
How would I know?
Yeah, I don't know, I'm just assuming things actually.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's very
You're
interesting.
writing your own fan fiction
I'm
about
writing my
Let the
fan
Impaler.
fiction.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to write a fan fiction about how people get killed.
Yeah.
By a stick.
By a stick.
Okay, let's continue.
I start again with the
Okay.
last sentence. She recalled that just a few weeks ago she had bought a locket from an old witch that could stop her from biting people. It was a purple flower-shaped pendant that she wore on a silver chain around her neck. Nevertheless, she had stayed as far away from people as possible.
How does she do it in university? So she just sits in a corner or something? Like furthest away from other people, or?
I don't know, I never finished the story.
Okay.
I don't think I put a lot of thought into this.
So maybe it could assume like how...
Maybe she went to a school where there were only vampires, and sometimes they took a school bus down to the village and ate people. I don't know.
So maybe the other 4 people are also vampires. And the driver.
No, they are not, because I already said they had reflections.
Ah, yeah, okay. So many possibilities. Okay, let's continue.
When she no longer knew what to think about, the bus finally stopped in front of the airport.
That's actually a good timing.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about anymore. Oh, yeah, I need to go.
Helena looked yawning at her wristwatch. 3 hours left until departure. Slowly, she took a big blue flowered suitcase and pink handbag and got out.
Actually, she has really cute stuff, you could say. It's like very girly. It's very girly, yes.
Yeah.
But it's very cute. I like it. But she's very early though. It's 3 hours. Have you also been when you went to Romania? Also 3 hours earlier? Okay.
Always very early at the airport.
What do you normally do when you're like 3 hours earlier there? Do you just go around? Or
Yeah, we
to a
go around,
restaurant,
we
or...
go shopping, we sit around. Yeah. She groaned as a few rays of sunshine fell on her pale face. But her chain protected her from disintegrating into dust.
This chain is very convenient. But she just brought it a few weeks ago, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did she survive before? Just hiding and going around in darkness?
Yeah.
Maybe she really goes to a vampire school then.
Oh, she had another chain.
And maybe it broke or something because she used it for all the 10 years and she's like, oh yeah, old witch, please give me a new one.
Yeah. The vampire lady quickly marched into the main building of the airport. In front of the door that led into the interior of the house, a bright white bird landed on her shoulder. The angry, trembling animal was the size of a mouse. It was Queechy.
Queechy?
That was my pet budgie when I was.
Oh!
I had a white little budgie in 2009.
Which is... Oh, so you included him here.
Yeah.
Really cute. But why is he angry and trembling?
I don't know.
Where does he come from?
That was just his personality, and I guess he was flying beside the bus. This I can remember, that he was following the bus and then he reconnected with her after she got out.
Oh, that's so cute. Like, I really like when you have, like, how's it called, an animal partner thing or something like this. I don't know, I kind of really like this story because I also had, like, a dog and everything, and we also had, like, how's it called, a budgie once, which was so cute, actually. He was, like, we got him from, like, an older man who died, and he was already 10 years, and so we got him to take care of, and he was also, how's it called, kind of antisocial budgie.
Yeah.
And I was always
Mine
like,
too.
come to me. And he was like, no, I will not come to you. But actually, like, we kind of got, like, friends at some point. So, or maybe he just accepted me at some point because after a few months or something, I managed to get him out of his cage. Because he was also like, he didn't like to go out of his cage, actually. It was really weird. We had it open all the time. He was like, no, I will stay here. I will not go out. Give me my food. Because if you don't give him food, he was like, oh. They make so loud noises. But I was so glad that I managed to, how's it called, bring him so far so that he was able to come on my finger. Like I just put my finger in the cage and then he jumped on my finger.
Yeah.
And then I could take him out.
Aww.
And it was so cute. And sometimes he just sat on my shoulder, like in the story. Maybe for you it was the same.
Yes.
Your budgie.
We got our budgie because my father found him.
Ah, you found him?
Yeah. He was going to work. He was walking his rounds and then he saw that little bird.
Oh.
And when he went there, the budgie jumped on his finger. And there was no one there and it was freezing cold. So he took him inside and put him in a box and brought him home.
Oh, so maybe, how's it called?
He escaped from somewhere, but it was a baby budgie. It was really small. But I know where he found him, and there were no living. What's it called?
Houses or
there were not houses where people lived in. There were only bureau and offices. Yes.
Ah, okay. So maybe was he already able to fly?
Yes, he was able to fly.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't that small, but he had all his feathers. But it was clear that he was a child bird.
Oh, but I really like that your father, when he sees an animal or something, which is like on the street, and then he just decided, I will take it with you. I will take it with me. Just take care of him. And then you just decide to take care of him all the time, which is so cute. I like it.
Yeah, and he would also later then sit on our hand and our shoulders, and he would destroy the wallpaper and
yeah. Destruction bird.
Yes.
Did also your, like, how's it called? Queechy?
Queechy.
Like ours, like when I teached him like to come on my shoulder, and he also flew through the room and everything.
Yeah.
And every time when he was on my shoulder, he was always like, how's it called? Nudging at my cheek. I was like, I don't know, how's it called? And he always like cheek, 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 cheek on your cheek. It was really cool. It was like he was giving me kisses.
He was giving... No, he did not kiss cheeks. He did rip on shirts.
Like, he was like, maybe therefore angry and trembling.
Yes,
Queechy.
that's why.
He always wanted to destroy things.
Yes,
it was in his child. In his, how's it called, DNA, genes.
Yeah. But we also got him a friend. The first one was... Queechelina, a ladybird.
You brought this bird? Like,
we bought. How lucky do you have to be to find two budgies?
I don't know. Maybe
separately.
I can imagine your father just going one. No. It's like,
another one.
I will take you home.
No, we bought her, and she was green, but
which color was Queechy?
White.
White.
It says in the story he was completely white and he had a little grey pattern on his back. But Queechelina died after a few years because she was really old already when we got her.
Okay.
And she was sick, and now I remember it was my aunt who killed her.
What's happening? I was just thinking, normal old animal that died of oldness?
Of age. No, actually, we were on vacation. My parents and I were on vacation, and we brought our budgies to my aunt and my uncle. Mm-hmm. And while we were on vacation, my Queechelina got sick, and they brought her to the vet, and they put her to sleep.
Okay.
Trigger warning: animal death. Yeah, I'm laughing, but it's actually very sad, and I was so sad, and I was on vacation, and that ruined the vacation, really. Because she was my little pet. And yeah. After her, we got another. We didn't got any other pet for a long time because usually it's said that when one of a couple dies, the other will die soon because they miss each other so much. But Queechy didn't care at all, so we, after a few years, we got him another friend so he wouldn't die of loneliness, which he probably wouldn't have. But we got a blue budgie.
I can imagine Queechy just like, I can destroy more stuff now. No one's stopping me.
No one is stopping me.
Maybe he made like an evil plan, and how's it called? Just give Queecheline all of the bad food and everything, and he ate all of the good food.
Yeah.
Queechy killed Queecheline.
Queecheline.
Okay, this was the plot twist.
Yeah,
this was like, normal animal death, and then like, no, she killed her. But okay, maybe when you were on vacation, you don't really know how sick the animal was. Like sometimes it can happen like really fast.
Yes.
Like for my hamster, it was the same when like my last hamster, which died of normal age.
Yeah.
And I don't know. For him, it was also like it was happening really fast. Like in a time span of like 1 week. Like he got older, and then like in 1 week he deteriorates. Like he aged really fast, and he was like not eating anything anymore, and I don't know, slept all day long. Hamsters normally sleep during the day and then they are awake during the night. But he was like not awake during the night. He was sleeping all day and was really, really lazy. And I don't know, it was like in a time span of 1 week, and then he died in my hands, which was actually really emotional. I want to say cute, but it's not the right word.
No, that's not the right
word. It's so cute. No. But yeah, I can get the feeling like I was at school and then I was coming home, and then it kind of gave me like a closure, you could say, when I saw like my own animal, which I raised for a long time and everything, and when I could see like his end, and he was like, I could say bye to him. And I don't know, when you go to the vet or anything, I don't know, no, I think they give you the animal, do they? Or do they stay there?
I think you can decide, and naturally my
decide?
aunt didn't want to take a dead animal home.
Oh no, so you never saw...
No, I never had
again.
closure. No.
I think this is the worst thing that you can do. At some point you need to have some kind of closure, and even if you see like, how's it called, the dead animal itself.
But I have to say, I did see dead animals because we used to have chickens who also died of old age. We never killed them because they were family members.
Oh.
And I did see the dead chicken when they were when they died, and it didn't really help.
It didn't really help?
Yeah.
So you also like have like a closure with your dead chickens?
Not really.
Not really.
Not more as I had with Queechelina. Yeah.
Because I don't know, I was because a friend of mine who is studying, she's actually studying, how's it called, religion?
Yeah.
Something like this you can study. And actually her thesis, which she wrote to get like her degree and everything, was about death.
Yeah.
And then she talked with me so emotional and like in detail about how death is dealt in Germany and in other countries, for example. And I think I also talked with you about it, but never in the podcast.
Yeah.
But that in Germany, at some point, the same what your aunt did. When something died or anything, it just gets disposed of immediately. You don't want to have something dead in your home because normally you think, it's going to decompose quickly and it's going to smell, and it's like, you don't want to have death in your home, right?
Yeah.
And this is like really strongly integrated in the German brain.
Yeah.
But actually, you have the rule that you can have the dead body. For example,
that's the fun thing. My aunt is Romanian, and in the Orthodox Church we have the deceased for 3 days in the house. Yes.
Because normally they don't decompose so fast.
But on the other hand, it's a small budgie, and you know.
Well, budgie. What do you mean? You mean
it's not a human person.
Yeah, okay, but...
What I want to say, in her eyes at least. For me, it was like a sister, but...
Okay. Your big sister, I see. No, I don't... I had the same... Not with people, actually. Like, I never saw a dead body of a person. but I saw the dead bodies of like my dog, and I like.
This is going really dark.
This is going really dark. You know, our podcast is explicit. The explicit is not there for like no purpose, so we are allowed to talk about it.
Yeah.
But actually, like from my mom, the dog died, and they also went to the vet and everything. And what the vet did was that the people could take the dead dog with them and could bring them to my mom.
Yeah.
And what my mom did is because we had like a shared garden.
Yeah.
And what she did was she asked a neighbor, which she had a good connection with, to bury the dog, bury the dog in the garden.
Yeah.
And we were there in the process. Like, I didn't saw the process itself. I was like going upstairs again in the room, but I saw like, how's it called, the packaging, everything, and I was crying a lot and everything. But I kind of, I don't know. It's like this graveyard thing. Every time when you go into the garden and you like put like some roses or flowers there, and my mom also put an LED lamp there, so that there's light every day and everything, and you could see it from our window. I don't know.
It's creepy. Okay. It sounds creepy.
But
now that I think about it, we did bury the chickens in the garden, and I put gravestones, and I put plants on their graves. And yeah,
I think at some point you just need to have some kind of space where or I don't know. My mom also has like the hairs of her mom, a strain of hair. No. Some material from her mom. My mom has. And she also has some material, some hairs of her dog who died, and she has them like in her purse or somewhere in her house all the time. And I don't know. I think it's just sad to just forget them.
Yeah.
I think
I did keep the feathers off.
Same principle then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I heard from like another person, like from a friend of mine, her boyfriend, the rabbit died. And what the family did was like dispose of the rabbit really quickly and buy a new one 1 week after.
Oh.
And I think you didn't have enough time
to grieve.
And I feel a little bit sad for the rabbit. How long do rabbits live? I think, was it like 5 or 10 years? I don't know anymore.
Oh, I think less than that.
Less than that. Yeah, but at some point you have an animal that you spend time with and you have like a lot of memories with it, and then you're just like, okay, it died, and then you're like, okay, I will just substitute you immediately because I don't want to grieve. It's like a normal process. Animals die at some point, and I think you just need to treasure all of the good memories that you have with the animal. Therefore, I want to have a cat in the future.
Talking about death, I want to have a cat.
I think it's just a thing it's a normal thing that happens, and I want to have good memories with my future animal.
Yeah.
That's my goal. I think I want to have a fluffy cat.
Okay.
Sam is just thinking about life, and I'm like, okay, I want to have a fluffy cat.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to stop talking about this? I think you're a little bit sad.
I think now that everyone is a little bit sad.
I'm sorry. I'm not a good... don't invite me on any party. I'm like... I crush the party with too much talk about dead animals.
Anyway, do you have any dead pets? Please tell us in the comments.
I don't know about this. But if you're interested in our podcast and
if you want a better sound quality, please donate to Mindy.
Donate to me on Patron. And yes, we also have a lot of social media, which Sam will tell us about, hopefully.
First of all, we have a YouTube channel, Fiction After Lunch. We put there little animations. We put there also versions of these episodes with a little picture on them and animations. We are both animating now.
So if you don't have a podcast catcher or anything, you can also just listen to the podcast on YouTube.
You can listen wherever you prefer to listen.
Yes.
What else did I want to say? Yeah, in the future we want to do a little bit of gaming. As soon as we finished our gaming, we will not tell you yet what game it will be. It will be a little surprise. Yeah, it will be literature related.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah, we are on Instagram if you want to see our food Fiction After Lunch. We are on Tumblr, where I sometimes reblog some funny stuff I see and some stuff I want to show to Mindy, but then forget to show to you, by the way.
I should
remind me.
I think the Tumblr account is just for me. I should just watch it.
Yeah. I put some Death Note stuff on there because we were talking about this. I put some octopus stuff on there.
I really should take a look, should I?
Yeah, so some things I found funny, some things about writing. I think our Tumblr account is my favorite. What is not my favorite is our Twitter account.
Do you even upgrade our Twitter account sometimes?
I do update everything.
Oh, okay.
Or at least when episodes come out. I think the most regular one is Tumblr.
Okay.
But Instagram is pretty nice. Twitter I don't use that much, but very recently, for example, I followed some friends of mine. To help them out, but okay. Other than that, I think that was it.
Ah, yeah, we also
Email.
have an email, which I forgot to mention in the last episode, but it doesn't matter. If you want to write us an email, our email account is fictionafterlunch@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I almost forgot it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this was everything for this episode. We will record the original in a few minutes, which you can listen to on Patreon. And yeah. Okay, so
3, 2, 1, finally holiday!